first time live on here. So I'm still trying to figure this shit out. Don't really know what I'm trying to do. Don't worry about that light. In fact, that one, because I'm connected to a extension port, which results in that light being switched on. I'm showing the wrong direction again and again. I have absolutely no viewers. That's okay. I don't expect a viewer right now, but yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm currently trying to skill up. I was a UPSC candidate back in the day, so was preparing for the exam. I cleared a few stages, couldn't never make it past the main stage. Um, dedicated some years to that. Now I'm trying to skill up in data related areas, so that I can get a job. So I'm very unemployed. So I was thinking that what I can do is try to talk to people while I learn. And I am kind of struggling right now. So I have very supportive parents. Um, so that makes it easier, but I'm kind of struggling right now. And because of which, I would love to talk to other people who might be in similar positions. I'm a single child as well, so I have nobody to share this with. Have very few friends left. That's mostly by choice because I was preparing for a tough examination. So, you know, things happen. And this was basically a live stream to, test some stuff out, whether my sound is great or not. I don't currently have a headphone set or anything. I can't not afford it either. Hopefully in the future. Um, yeah, not trying to make money out of this or anything like that. At least for now, I just want to, try to look into what I can do with this. So I have my webcam running. I have some earbuds, and I'm using the microphone of the laptop. So I was thinking that what I can do is just while I skill up, every day I spend like at least 7, 8 hours in front of the computer. So I was thinking like in front of my laptop as I learn and skill up. So if I'm spending 7, 8 hours on my laptop, it only makes sense if I am kind of streaming to you people. I follow a Pomodoro technique kind of thing. So I work for 15 minutes, take 5 minutes break or something like that, just to keep myself sane. And during that whole time, I can probably talk. I thought my webcam isn't nice because I've never used it. Right now, I'm realizing it's not too bad. You can see me clearly. I have decent lighting going on, so you can see me quite clearly. So, not bad at all. I'll see after this video if how it looks, the whole thing looks. But for now, it works really great. And for your information, I'm Indian. I am Indian, but that's just on paper. I'm from Northeast India, so a bit of a complicated relation. But I grew up, of course, as an Indian citizen. I'm still an Indian citizen, so and want to contribute to my country quite a bit, but I also want to travel. So my dreams are just scattered all over the place because I thought of this one exam. That's one of the toughest exam. I knew the risk going into it, and but I decided to take it because I was quite young. COVID was going on. It was back in 2021 when I decided that I would go for a few attempts. I gave a few attempts, did not succeed. Um, so right now I'm trying to skill up in data analytics and hopefully, maybe, then later on go into AI and stuff. I have an engineering background, like all Indian guys do, which is very common, of course. But I'm trying my best. I have very supportive parents, I have to say again. I'm 28 years old, still living with them. I have a small business going on that just can through which I can manage my day-to-day expenses, but I'm mostly dependent on my parents still. Not totally, but yeah, at least partially, and I'm very thankful to them. A lot of people are struggling of my age, various circumstances. I'm not struggling that much financially, I would say. I'm just struggling a bit with, you know, inner the inner monologue because a lot of people has just moved forward in their life and I'm kind of stagnant and I still have no viewers. Can I keep on working? Let me check if I can keep on working. Oof, let me see. All right. Oh, this is great. I can keep on working. And the sound doesn't come through, right? Yeah, that's great. Let's keep on working out here. Let's see what I can do. What I'm doing right now is I'm just watching classes while I stream live. Like I said, I'm on my computer the whole day, essentially. So I think it builds a certain level of accountability if I stream. And I believe if I stream every single day for the next 7, 8 months, it's going to yield something at least, probably. Or maybe not, who knows. But it's a very basic setup that I have here. Just using my laptop webcam and the built-in audio recorder. I'm thinking about bringing along a headphone, which will probably increase my audio quality a bit, I guess. Otherwise, it just echoes all over the place, from what I can understand. Ha! Let's see. Let's see. What else can I say? Mm, what can I do to make this better? I want suggestions. I probably won't get any because I have zero viewers. But basically, I can talk about a lot of stuff that I need to be clear about. I can actually talk about a lot of stuff. I am interested in a lot of things. Mostly interested in a sport called UFC, a sport called MMA, but mostly watch UFC. I don't watch the other events like Bellator or other stuff like that. But more than sports and stuff, I would actually like to talk about us struggling people. All of you people that are struggling, maybe can maybe come up here and just open up and just say anything. I know a lot of you have anonymous accounts as well. You guys don't have a proper, like a name with your original real name, and that's cool. I mean, if you want to, you can just say anything, and I'll listen to you guys. I'll listen to you guys if I can. I'll probably give you some suggestions because I've seen quite a few things. Since I was about 19, 18, I never went through a real personal tragedy like losing my mom or losing my dad. My dad and mom are in perfect health, and I'm very grateful to God for it. But you know, I have seen some stuff. Oh, starting with one of my close people passed away. He took his own life. Somebody that I grew up with, and then again somebody close, or not mention who, passed away, got murdered, and then my own uncle had cancer for a long time, which I was kind of dealing with, not directly, of course, but we are very close. And at that point in time, he had a daughter. He has a daughter who was at that point barely 6 years old, and I had to take care of her a bit. I'm still kind of teaching her math. She's doing well now. She was not doing well in math. I started teaching her last January, and now she's doing really well. Got 74 out of 80 on the first exam that she went for after starting to study with me. And then the next, I think there was a smaller test, some kind of, I don't know, I've been out of school for too long. It was out of 40, I guess, and she got 37. Right now, tomorrow she has an exam. I hope she does really well. Talking about my uncle, he got better. He got better. Several surgeries, just colorectal cancer. So a lot of surgeries he had to go through. But he has now what is called a colostomy bag. So basically, what it is for people who don't know, they basically take out your colon and stuff, so you don't shit sitting down in the toilet anymore. So they attach a bag to you and a pipe through which you shit. Quite worrisome, quite tiresome as well, I would say. But overall, he's living. He's good. Went through multiple rounds of chemotherapy before that, and surprisingly, good genetics. Never lost his hair. Never lost his hair. even going through rough patches of chemotherapy. He used to tell me how his body used to burn under chemotherapy. And yeah, he went through a lot, man. He went through a lot. I was very surprised how he was kind of holding himself and everything all together. I was It was a big learning lesson for me. But when I talk about struggle, I've seen quite a bit of struggle, not just with him. He did his treatment in a hospital, which was a government hospital where I'm from, and it surprised me that how many kids were suffering from cancer, and it made me question a lot of things about religion, God, and all of this. And I came to a conclusion that, well, there might be a God. I'm not saying there isn't a God. I believe in it, Him. I have faith, but I am not too much of a religious person, I would say. I don't believe in a particular religion that, oh, this is going to solve all my problems, or this is going to be the best thing for me. Um, I don't know, man. And I came to a conclusion that wherever we are, however we are, even if we are successful, especially if we're successful, if we are successful, sorry about the slip up, if we are successful, a lot of us try to attribute it to what we all try to attribute it to, like that we worked hard. It was our hard work that brought all the results, and which is not quite true. I believe that it's a lot of luck. It's a lot of circumstances. Yeah, you need to keep pushing through. That's what I mean. That's the basic requirement. You just cannot be like, oh, I have this circumstance and I'm not going to work. That's not going to work out for anybody, because I have tried to do that and I have tried to blame everything else but myself. You can't do that. You have to blame yourself first and then everything else. And I'm not saying that live your life on a like a in a constant guilty phase. That's not good at all either. But what you have to do is realize that there are things that you could have done and your life could have been a completely different place. For example, when I was preparing for my examination, my mother told me you should go to a law school. Meanwhile, because this is an exam which is quite like 0.01% people make it. And I thought to myself, oh no, I don't want a plan B. A plan B sounds like a little bit different. But yeah, I didn't want to go for plan B. I was like, why should I go for plan B? What do I get out of plan B? There's nothing I get out of plan B. Let me just focus on plan A. I'm going to be the guy. I was 25, 24. I was dumb. I was just dumb. But I was studying for the exam. So I went ahead and gave a law test in my university. It's a good university. And I got in with a fifth rank, actually. And I went in, took the admission, never paid the fees. You could take the admission and then 2 months later you could pay for the fees. And here I am. I would have graduated law last year. I already had a degree in engineering, so I'd have graduated in law last year. And I could at least have kind of made a living. But I didn't want to go for it because all dumb people, a lot of dumb people go for law nowadays. Everybody wants to be a lawyer. In India, it's like one of the easiest thing to get into if you're a dumb person for some reason, you know. And but again, it has led me to what I do best, I guess. I am kind of a systems thinker. I think I'm very good. I'm not really particularly good at niche engineering things. Like I'm not good with Like, I'm not a software engineer kind of person, but I can see the structure of things and really system of things and can really connect this system to that and really do well. But that's for another day. I don't want to talk about what I'm good at. I just want to know. I just want to say that I have worked hard, but I've also done my fair share of mistakes, which has led me here. But I think if I can get a few viewers and if I could get a few people interacting with me, I think that might change my idea of, you know, basically how much somebody else is struggling as well. Because people are in way worse condition than I am. Way worse condition. Just looking at what's happening in Palestine, and of course, and in all these countries where young men like us are dying, for example, in Ukraine. It's a controversial topic to talk about, so I would, I always refrain from it, but I have the idea what's going on. I mean, it doesn't affect anybody. It doesn't affect the ones who are sitting on throne. And when I speak about a throne, I'm not talking about politicians. There's so many just people in the background working, and they make money out of this wars and shit. It just happens, you know. And people like us, if you really understood economy, people like us end up paying for it. So it's tough, man. When I think about it, it just breaks my heart. Did you guys see the Ukrainian girl that got stabbed in a bus in the US? It's just sad, man. She escaped one hellhole and thought she landed in a country of dreams, and basically just a young lady just trying to survive just got killed for no fucking reason, man. It was sad, very fucking sad. And I feel powerless. That's why I think I'm trying to stream, but I don't know if I'll make it or not. And I don't really care. I'm just doing it for accountability because I'm a lazy piece of shit sometimes. So if I can stream every day, I know I will wake up, stream from early morning, and just do my thing. 4 or 5 hours of stream every day would be a great thing that I can do. I could stream every day, all day long, even for 2 viewers, even if I could help a few people, you know, because otherwise I feel really helpless. I'm trying to help myself first. I'm trying to learn new skills and trying to get into job market in the next 3 4 months if possible. But in the meanwhile, if I can talk to a few people and can change their heart about looking at themselves not with too much guilt, if I could do that, I'll be very happy. Sometimes I lose my train of thought, especially now, because since I'm just talking to nobody essentially, I hope people watch it. I just hope, you know, even if they don't, I hope it will help it will be, I'll be of some help. Again, going back to that hospital scenario where I saw a lot of children just suffering from cancer and stuff, and you know, I always thought to myself, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to make a lot of money, probably. Who doesn't? But I'm 28. I'm not like, if I could buy a Porsche, it would be great. It would be fucking great. Oh, I could get a Porsche. Jesus fucking Christ. It would be great to get a Porsche. But what would also be great is if I could help a lot of people. And to help a lot of people, you need a lot of money. Without money, you have no influence. Without influence, you have no power. And I basically feel helpless. And I feel like I have to make money because just a 9 to 5 job. I can do a 9 to 5 job. I have nothing against a 9 to 5 job. A lot of people are doing it. They're making the survival out of it. It almost feels like a privilege because I'm sitting at my home and just talking right now. So it's almost a privilege that I can do this um, while being 28 years old. My parents are angels. Uh, but yeah, man, I do need to make a lot of money because I saw how much you need to spend when someone in your family member gets sick. It's horrendous. I cannot even imagine the situations in America. I mean, delivering a child, you do a C-section in America, you're paying $2,000. That's crazy. Not 2,000. I think $20,000. You're paying $20,000 for just a room in California right now. I saw somewhere that somebody was paying $16,000. There was another news that I read. Somebody was, I don't know if those are exaggerated numbers, but those are crazy numbers. At least that is not happening in India. India has a, I would say, pretty good healthcare sector, although the doctor to patient ratio is crazy because of the population thing. Um, yeah, this can be a lot of fun actually. Even if I don't get any viewers, even if I get one or two, this can be a lot of fun because what I what I can do is practice. If I can get into a job market, this would be great. This is great for just talking to oneself and just improving my communication skill in a sense, which I think is not top notch. It's just mediocre at best. But I'll try to get better. I'll try to get better at it. But yeah, going back to it, I would like to help people. I love for you to come on my stream, talk about your struggles. You don't have to talk, you don't have to go into details or anything like that. You just have to tell, you just need to say a few words if you want to. If you need to let something out, if I could help you, I would. Um, I'm f- I'm not a doctor, so I cannot help you in a medical way. I would, if I would have gone for medical, you know, studies, I would have been a terrible doctor, I believe. Uh, but yeah, if I can help you guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. I want to listen to music as well. I want to listen to music you suggest to me. Um, I'm very keen on listening to music. I have a seven-string guitar actually lying out there, a Jackson seven-string JS227. I got that back in 2015, but I haven't played it for the last 5 years because I was very busy. But I can play good guitar. I listen to a lot of things. I listen from Kendrick Lamar to Deftones. I listen to everything, and then heavy metal, whatever, Children of Bodom, whatever. I listen to everything. So I'm very willing for you to guys to suggest me some new music that I'm going to listen to. Recently, I have been listening to one of the greatest songs in my opinion. I really enjoy that song, and I hated the artist at first because it's a she, and she said this: "You give ugly guy a chance, and he thinks he owns the world." Something along that line. Of course, not right now. I'm paraphrasing, but something along those lines. And oh, and I hated her for it. But now I think I listened to one of her songs, and it's fantastic. She and her brother are fantastic producers. So to end the stream, let's listen to a Billie Eilish song. Let's listen to a Billie Eilish song. Mhm. And enjoy this. Uh huh. Let me disconnect my headphones. How do you disconnect your headphones? Uh huh. Got it. How do you do this shit? Uh huh. Uh huh. What? Nah, this ain't working. This ain't working. Let me check. Wait. Don't give up on me. Let me check. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, you guys can hear me, of course. I don't know if I want to listen to a song anymore. But let's try. Let me try. Oh, I can see myself live on YouTube. What the hell? Oh shit. I have to switch.